Um, there are just a few whole body scans, and we can break down and decide which are which. Okay, so a bone scan is a whole body scan. Hopefully, people that are going to Louisville soon, that's going to be obvious. You see the bones and you see renal excretion. The two whole body scans that you can legitimately cause you some consternation are the gallium and the white cell scans. Okay, because they both have three things in common, and that's liver, spleen, and bone marrow. The gallium is generally, the liver is generally a little hotter than the spleen. In the white cell scan, the spleen is hotter than the liver generally. Remember, gallium not only goes to bone marrow, but it goes to bone itself. That's important in pediatric cases because you'll see the growth plates, the bone itself. Gallium, the two other clues, you see physiologic colon and you see the salivary glands. The white cell, indium white cell, you don't see the colon. If it's technetium, as Dr. Nayak showed you, then you often can't. So liver, spleen, and bone marrow, think gallium and white cells. If the liver is hotter than spleen and you have colon and salivary glands, it's gallium. Spleen hotter than liver, you don't have colon, it's indium white cell. So the next one, Arctria scan, the only scan where you have whole body hot renal parenchyma, not the collecting system, but the parenchyma, and the spleen are the hottest organs. The liver is mild as well. So you see hot renal parenchyma and hot spleen, it's an Arctria scan, it has to be. Remember now, these are whole body head to toe scans we're talking about for the most part. And that just leaves two more, and that is the high energy scans. And you could say, you see a scan like this, it's crappy, you say, this appears to be a high energy isotope. Well, what you really are saying then is it's I-131, and there are two I-131 scans. One is pure I-131, looking for thyroid cancer staging. Often these patients will have had a thyroidectomy, but you may see some residual neck activity. You'll see the star artifact in the neck. You'll also see salivary activity, stomach and bladder. MIBG, I-131, generally you have blocked the thyroid with Lugol solution. You'll still have some mild salivary activity, but you'll have faint liver. You may or may not have the spleen, and you may have the bladder. So crappy scan or one of those. Really, that only leaves one more, and that's a antibody scan. The prostacint, we don't really do OncoSync anymore, and antibodies hang out in the blood pool for days, and so that they get chewed up in the liver. So you're going to see blood pool, liver, and colon activity. And that's it. That really is it. PET is a whole body scan, sort of, but it's a tomographic slice of the coronal, or it's a rotating whole projection image. So you shouldn't be confused with that. And then the other ones that you may be confused about, sulfur colloid you mentioned, but those are typically coned down to the stomach and abdomen and pelvis. These HIDA, red cell, Meckel scans, they're going to be dynamic. So you shouldn't be confused with those. Whole body, static planar views, bone, it's obvious. Gallium and white cells look similar. We talked about how you differentiate them. Arctria scan, hot kidneys and spleen. The crappy two scans, we talked about how you differentiate those high energy isotopes, and antibodies, liver and blood pool. And that's it. So let's go back.
This is a HIDA scan.